Alright, we are live again. Gonna be cleaning this old Penn Delmar reel. Just wait for the stream to pop up on YouTube so I can go ahead and view the chat. And we'll get clean in here. It's not loading. Okay, that's nice. Hello. We are public, right? I'm pretty sure we're public. Hello. It's not loading. Okay, this is weird. YouTube Studio. What's going on here? Let's figure this out. Says we're live. It's public. I'm not sure why it's not showing up. It's a little weird. Well, we'll go over here. Where was the live stream thing? Having some technical difficulties here. There we go. It's right there. Waiting for mobile stream to begin. What the freak? No, there we go. It's working now. I don't know what the problem was, but we're working now. Okay, well, alright, we're live. Anyways, got this old Delmar reel. I'm gonna go ahead and try to clean up the best we can. It's a little squeaky, a little dirty. It's got a bit of corrosion on it. We're not gonna mess with the corrosion stuff today, but we will eventually. I'm gonna start taking off this little screw right here. Be a little bit troublesome with this big old flathead screwdriver. Kind of concerned that the stream didn't actually go public because it's not showing up, which is a little strange, but oh well. I'm not sure what's going on with the stream. It might be public, it might not be, who knows. I don't have the right tool for this. We're just going to use a pair of pliers to just sketchily do this and try not to pinch our fingers. There we go. Perfect. Pull that off. That is covered in nasty grease. I'm going to set it off to the side for now. Screw the star drag. Nasty little piece right there. It's all covered in dirt and grease. Lay that off to the side. Leave that on for now. Start by unscrewing all of these flathead screws. Try to leave as many of them inside of the casing as I can for now. Just to make things a little bit easier on me. Alright. Take out each individual screw. Gotten 4 out so far out of 10. Not counting the big one for the little lever there. There we go. No idea how to actually like clean this reel properly because I've never taken one of these apart, so it's gonna be a learning experience. I should probably be using a smaller one for this. It's less leverage though. Alright, let's see if this lifts off. Oh, there goes all the drop all the screws out, I guess. That's all the mechanisms right there, and it is covered in a nasty layer of disgusting grease. That screw's covered in grease as well. Look at these screws, man. Absolutely filthy. Alright, wow. Here's the inside of the spool. It's pretty gross. Yeah, this is going to be fun to clean. Alrighty, well. I've got a container of gasoline here. And this is what we're going to use to clean all these grease-covered screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. This has got grease on it too, so might as well just... Oh, I just flipped gasoline everywhere. That's not ideal. Whoopsies. Alright, let's see if we can get this gear off. Is it screwed on there, I think? Maybe. No, I don't think we're going to be able to get that off. Just leave that on the spool. Yeah. And this spool is disgusting. Hooey. Alright, we're going to set it off to the side for now. Go back to the main mechanism here. Drop that in there. Just drop that in there as a hole. It's not quite covered all the way, but that's alright. We'll come back and flip it. Let's see here, what is this? Okay, I see how this is on here. Drop you in there. Drop you in there. I just accidentally spilled more gasoline. This is really messy. Our gasoline is already dark. It was clear when we started, now it's completely black. Set that off to the side. I don't think we have anything else that needs to go in there. It's like black tar. This grease is super nasty. Clean off my fingers. Alright. I'm gonna dip a little bit of this in here just to make it easier to clean this stuff off. Let's see, is there a bearing in there? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Try to get this in here and move it around, try to get all the grease out as best we can. It's not really going to work the greatest, but you know, that's alright. As long as we can get it somewhat clean, I'll be happy. To where it doesn't sound like it's crying every time I go to reel the reel. I'll be happy. I feel like that could be a little bit more snappy. Maybe we will tear into this. I feel like we can make it a lot snappier sounding. Oh wow, that screw's really in there. That screw's not dirty. This is rusted on here. That's nice. Also go ahead and throw that in there. Same with that. Is there plastic on it? No. As long as it's not plastic on it, it can go in the gasoline to be cleaned. There's a little spring right here. Don't want to lose that. Where'd my pliers go? Here they are. Just gonna dip that little spring. If the camera will focus on it, we're just gonna dip that in the gasoline. Swish it back and forth. Nice. Still a little bit of grease in there. Alright, there we go. Nice and clean. If the camera would like to focus on it. Anyways, it's clean. You gotta take my word for it, because you can't see anything. Stick the spring in there. Might as well stick that all in there as well. Well, that's all covered in grease. This entire reel is pretty nasty. I really should have gotten some clean, warm, soapy water to clean it off before we started, but I didn't, because I'm an idiot. What's new? Did this in some more gasoline. This reel really has seen better days, I'm going to be completely honest with you. It's got a bit of rust on it too. Definitely not saltwater rated. Oh well. That already looks a little bit cleaner. Not much though. It's pretty dirty, I will have to admit. Okay, this just froze. Alright, oh, that's okay. Let's see here. Perfect size, just look at that. Oh, didn't mean to drop that. Alright, let's get this. Hello? There we go. Yep, that's covered in grease as well. Into the gasoline bath you go. Clean this all up. There's no bearings in this reel at all. It's kind of nice. I'm invoking the law of a new rag. I'm not going to use it just yet, but I have it if I do need it. Whew. Some pretty gnarly stuff in this reel, that's for sure. I was not expecting this reel to be this dirty. Like that rag's already blackened from how dirty this is. It was like this when we started. got a big chunk of grease right there. Old grease. I just wanna. Is that? No, that's a rock. All right, never mind. There's a big old rock in here. No wonder it was grinding so much earlier. Wow. Wow, I cannot even get this out of here. Wow, okay. This is worse than I was expecting it to be. I have no idea how old this reel is, but it's pretty old. And I doubt it's ever been cleaned once in its life, so. Look, another big glob of whatever the heck that stuff is. The camera wants to focus on it. Let's see here. We have some people saying some stuff. Let's see here. What model Penn reel is this? If you're still here, it is a Penn Delmar, number 285. Made in the USA. Hopefully that answers your question. This is not a Shimano reel. This is a Penn. We were cleaning Shimano reels earlier today. But yeah, this is a pretty old reel. And definitely needed a cleaning. Every time I turned the handle on, it sounded like it was crying. Figured I might as well clean it as a backup for saltwater or something, jigging. Even though it's not saltwater rated. It's got a bunch of pieces rusting in it, but that's alright. It's fine if it's a little rusty, right? It'll still work. Work for as long as I need it to anyways. I think that we got all the bigger chunks out. Which means we can go ahead and just douse it in this now and clean it. At least I thought. There's still some more in here. Wow. Alright, I think there's a few more pieces in here we could clean up. I'm gonna go ahead and flip this one big piece that we stuck in here. It's still not quite done, but I want to get the other side, or the top of it going. Have some time to sit in the gasoline. This gasoline was clear when we started, and now it's black from all the grease. Yeah, it's definitely seen better days, that's for sure. I'll have to come back over the outside and clean it with some soap and warm water. I just want to get all the grease off on the outside as best as I can for now. It's not slipping around in my hands. Yeah. It'll have to be good enough, I suppose. Yeah, it looks a little better. Still not ideal, but it's the best as I can get it at the moment, so might have to call that good-ish for now, I suppose. I want to get some more of it in this side, though. This side's pretty gross as well. Oh, we have this here as well. Sheesh. That already looks worlds better. Wow. One wipe and it's already kind of shiny. Let's try to get this side up a little bit nicer looking. Perfect. Looks worlds better right there. That does. There we go. That's pretty good. Try to clean the outside of the spool. The spool may need to be sanded down around the edges. It's pretty rough. For now, we'll just go ahead and clean this up as best we can. And I'll come back another day and take off all this old line and polish it. A bit of rust or something right there. You worked on many pinwheels before, John Hernandez? That's pretty cool. I've worked on a few. Not a ton. I don't have a ton of them to begin with, so. But I just found this one laying around in a container. And I just thought, well, might as well clean it up. Yeah, that needs something else on it to clean it up better. But for now, it's got all the grease off of it, so it'll be able to go back in just fine. Of course, now I gotta swim through this and get all the parts out and rub them down. This brass piece is pretty nasty. I'll have to admit. Ideally, I probably should let these sit in this gasoline or some fresh gasoline overnight to get all the grease off of it, but who's got the time for that? Get a little bit of a toothbrush inside these gears here, just clean it up a bit. Seeing a lot of chunks of stuff in there I'm not a huge fan of. There we go. Really, John Hernandez, that's pretty cool. Charter boat would be fun to work on, but I don't know if I would be able to survive just standing there and helping other people fish and watching fish be caught and myself not actually be fishing. I'm fine with, teaching someone how to fish, but as long as I'm also fishing at the same time. Would still be a fun experience to have. Alright, well that's as clean as it's going to get. That spins pretty freely now. Granted, this is before we get any new grease in it, but man, it's just flicking black stuff all over my face. I probably should not be spinning it. Anyways, that's one piece all nice and cleaned up. Yeah, that's what I've seen from the charter boats I go on. They'll fish for a little bit themselves if it's slow. I have to slowly fish each individual part and dry it from the gasoline one by one. It's going to take a hot minute here. A little bit of rust on this piece. There we go. That piece is all nice and shiny-ish. As shiny as it's going to get. I dare say it. Alright, let's go fishing in this black pool of water and see what we get this time for a part to clean. Nothing, apparently. There we go. We got something. Whatever this piece is called. Another brass doohickey. It's got quite a bit of corrosion on it, but no grease. Fresh and ready to go back into the reel. Alright, let's see what we get this time. Really, John Hernandez, that's pretty cool. Yellowfin tuna would seem like a pretty fun fish to fight. It just takes a while for the fight, They're so big. Well, that would be a lot of fun. I love being out on the ocean. There we go. Another piece all cleaned up. It still has a lot of oxidation or whatever you want to call it on the brass piece, but I'm not worried about cleaning that off. As long as the grease is off, that's all I'm really concerned about. Get all the old grease out, put all the new grease on. Alright, I got a spring this time. Let's clean that up. Nice and clean. As clean as it's going to get. I don't remember how this reel is put back together, so we're going to just figure it out as we go when we put it back together, so it's going to be pretty fun. Oh, I just dropped that. Whoops, didn't mean to drop that. There we go. I'm in Oregon. That is where I am at, John Hernandez. About 4 hours away from the coast to do any fishing here. We got albacore tuna about 50 miles off the coast. And halibut, lingcod, you know, all the typical Pacific Northwest ocean fish. There's our, I don't think that's a tension knob, I'm not really sure what this knob's for, but hello, Tyler. Thank you for joining the live stream. I appreciate you. Oh, we got 2 for 1 this time. Set this one off to the side. We'll clean this one first. Hello, Aviator Drone Man. Thanks for joining again. Sure, it's got quite a lot of oxidation in it. Oh yeah, John Hernandez. Are you still in the charter business? Another one done. How long ago did you stop? I haven't been doing a live afternoon Aviator Drone Man. I just started, what? How long ago? 30 minutes ago? That piece is relatively clean. Still needs soap and water to really clean it off, but... Okay, that's pretty nice. Be able to keep in touch with friends. Okay, let's see here. Workspace is getting cluttered by junk. I don't like it, but I can't help it. It's just happening. Oh, we got the springs. Got both of them this time. Nice. Do rod repairs on custom rods. That's pretty nice. That's something I haven't gotten into yet. I want to make my own rods. It looks pretty fun. Just haven't had the time to get into that. I was doing one earlier, Aviator Drone Man, but I was cleaning up some older Shimano reels. Now we're doing an older Penn. Get that grease chunk off of there. An older Penn. I don't remember the name was. Penn Delmar. Yeah. That's what it was. Alright. See what else we get out of the jar of parts here. So I can't see the gasoline anymore. Would have liked to have gone fishing today, but wasn't able to. There we go, there's our little tension knob. I'm pretty sure that's our tension knob anyways. Perfect. I'm really wanting to get out and do a catch and cook. Make some ramen, catch a trout, cook some ramen on the edge of a cliff. Have a fire. Really want to have been doing that. I'm trying to do it for like the last 3 outings, but just haven't caught anything. going to good spots that normally produce pretty good amounts of fish. It's just, there's just no fish there. The old Shimanos can be converted to ball bearings. What do you mean converted to ball bearings? Yeah, it would be a sick video aviator drone, man. But that's why I've been trying to do it. We're supposed to do it on the edge of the canyon. But that day that we went out there, we spent like 8 hours just clearing wood, fallen tree across the road. So we only had like 30 minutes to fish before it got dark out, and then we had to drive back. Yeah, it was a pain. Supposed to be fishing, and it ended up working just fine. I don't mind cleaning the trees out of the way. It's just time consuming. Stop and go like every 15 feet. Cut up another tree. And the same. Little drag washer right there. Okay, I see what you mean now. Yeah, these ones actually had some bearings. These ones had bearings here and right into here. And then the other parts were bushings. Someone gave these reels to me, so they might have upgraded at one point too. I'm not really sure. I never asked. Alright, we got another brass piece here. I'm not even sure what this is for. Probably the stopping mechanism. Keep the reel from reeling backwards. Or the clicker of some sort there. Another brass piece though. Sit off to the side. Oh, don't want to scratch that up. Yeah, it's true, video drone, man. Every time you make a plan for a certain video, it never goes to plan. So it's kind of better not to have a plan. You just go. But of course, having all that gear in the car is annoying. But yeah. Yeah, the anti-reverse. Thank you. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Just didn't have the words coming to my mouth. Thank you, John. Alright, that's got a little bit of corrosion on it, which I'm not happy about. I would prefer if this didn't have any scratches on it, but oh well. Set that off to the side. Here's a little spring. Another screw. That one's pretty fast, just gotta dry it off. Another screw. Getting all the screws out of here, man. I can't complain though. There we go. Alright, I believe we got everything out of there. Alright. Got lucky on that note. Okay, so the fun part begins of trying to figure out where all these pieces go. Did this one go here? I'm not sure if that one went there, some other piece went there. I'm sure we'll figure it out. Eventually. Might take me a minute or two, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. Yeah, this one went here. I remember now. That's a good question, Aviator Drumman. I have no idea how old this reel is. I just know it's old. That's all I know. Very helpful, I know. You could probably look up the model number and see. It's a Penn Delmar number 285. If you wanted to look it up, see when it was made. All right. Thanks for that, John. I appreciate it. I've got the wrong part in my hand. All right, so let's see here. This is the main gear. These are the two little springs that always sit off into the side. Set these in here. I need to get better lighting. This lighting kind of sucks. I cannot lie. Question is, does it go up or does it go down? Probably down. Figure out how it goes back together, and then I'll worry about greasing it. So that goes in there first. And I'm pretty sure screws drop down in through there from the outside. It'd be kind of nice if I could keep those in, but they're not going to stay in, which is going to be an issue. Oh well, though. Okay, he's got a lot of tutorials. Okay, thank you. That'll definitely be useful here in a second. If I can't figure out how this thing goes together. So that definitely goes over top of that. This piece, I'm not entirely sure where this goes, though. Or this. Good thing I made a live stream, because if I need to, I can just go back and watch that. That definitely does not go in there. That doesn't go over that. This goes over here, I'm pretty sure, like that. Okay, well I can at least start by getting this thing put back on. We'll start with that. One step at a time. Question is, which way did it go on? Hello, Elas. Thanks for joining and saying hello. I appreciate you. Go ahead and get this screw thread started. It was made in 1940. Whoa. The thriller was made in 1940. Wow, okay. Oh, I've already made a mistake. This goes the other way around. This is why we're doing a trial run before we start greasing everything and making a mess. I do not remember where a single one of these pieces go. Definitely should have been something I was paying attention to, but I just wasn't. I can know that with the click and paste. That's alright, I guess. My best guess is that this was on here somewhere like this. The offset spring for this here, I know we have that, or is it actually supposed to be a spring over there, because there's no room for a spring over here. I can go back on my stream and see. That's probably what I'll end up doing. Let's just get back here. Nope, that's not it. Okay, so this one was pointed up like that. Okay. Come on, just go over top of that. Alright, I'm pretty sure that's how it's supposed to be lined up. Go ahead and stick this back on here and screw this down. This is a fishing reel. Okay. Good thing I'm live streaming, because now I can skip back and see which parts I'm missing need to be put in. So I want to say this has something to do with this here, but I'm not entirely sure. It's too early to tell, so we're going to skip back. See here. And that's good right there. All right. Skip forward. We're still taking out the screws. Okay, there we go. That's nice and caught up now. Okay, let's see here. We took that piece off, so this piece, yeah, the piece went on first. Which that was on here. Like so. Leave that on there for now. Okay, so these little two things here, I want to say, no, that's not it. They were facing up, it looks like. Were they? No, they were facing down. They were facing down. Okay, yeah, so it was going down like this. But before we put that in, okay, yeah, that's how it works right there. We figured it out. But that doesn't go in there first. Of course, now that I put it in there, I can get it out. Okay. All right, so this spring, that wasn't down there, I don't think. No. Or was it? It might have been. Is it this spring right here, John? Or are you talking about these smaller springs along the side? Because we've got those two springs that go along the side there. Doesn't help that all the grease was covering everything, so I can't exactly see what we had in there. Yeah, I have those in there. Okay, so it goes on top like this. And I think this piece goes over top next. I think. That is the way that goes. But is this the way this goes? It's the main question. This is the fun part, trying to figure out how this thing goes back together. Okay, there we go. That's how that works. All right, cool. There was a really small spring. Where did that go? I don't want to lose that. There it is. I'm not sure where that piece went, but it's really tiny spring. I'm not even sure if this piece even goes in this reel, but I'm pretty sure it does. Okay. Where does this spring even go? Maybe it goes on the side. I'm not sure where that spring goes. We're just going to leave that aside for now. Heavy round spring is a long spring. I don't have a... This is the only other spring I have. Yeah, the big one. It's the only other one I have here. Let's see here. Then we have this here. Okay, so I have this spring. Where does it go? That's the main question. I don't see a spot for this to slide into. I really should have paid more attention rather than just taking it apart so fast. This reel's a little bit different than the other ones I've taken apart. I'm used to base casters and spinning reels, man. Let's see here. Just watch this back. It's a little bit difficult because I can't exactly zoom into the live stream. Go back to watch, see how I put this thing back together. That header spring goes on the left plate that hold the bearing. Well, we have one other issue. There are no bearings in this reel. Unless if you're talking about this. It doesn't really fit over top of that. Pretty sure that goes somewhere on that, maybe. And we have this here as well. It doesn't go there. Am I missing a part? The part that the spool is right in. Oh, so you mean this? It goes on the inside of the spool? I have all the parts here. It feels like I'm missing something. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm just crazy. I'm probably just crazy. You work on old pens? Alright. If you could help me, that'd be great. Because I have no idea what I'm doing here. On the outside of the reel, okay. I have it's on the back of this one here. A Delmar number 285. Alright, so that's where that thing goes. Question is, does he go on the top or on the bottom? Let's see, this goes on the bottom. First, okay. Underneath this part right here, as number one, say number one if that's the part you're talking about, or if it should go underneath this piece here. The main spot where the spool goes in through. Where I had it. So it doesn't fit on that, so I'm confused where the spring goes. I know this is where this goes, but I feel like I need to do this first. I'm not sure where these pieces go. Yeah, that's what I'm working on, getting this lever on the side here, and I'm just trying to get this spring under here. I don't know if it goes under or if it goes on top, so I'm just kind of fiddling around with it while I figure it out. So the spring goes on where the yoke is? I'll be honest, I have no idea what that is. Underneath. Okay. I probably should put this on before I screwed it together. Yeah, we're just gonna take it off and then re-screw it. Put it back in. Yeah, I'm gonna take the lever off. Okay. This brass piece, I'm pretty sure this goes somewhere else. Which brass piece are you referring to? Oh, that piece just came off. Okay. Yeah, that's the anti-reverse. That's what I thought. So which way does the spring... Dang, it just came off again. Yeah, I'll grease it. I'm just trying to figure out how to put it together first so I know how to put it together. Because I wasn't paying attention when I took it apart. So I was an idiot. That's why we're just doing this demo run here before we put everything back together fully. It's a little slightly confusing where this piece is supposed to go. So it doesn't want to fit in here properly. So set it underneath. So you're talking about this little ledge, like right here. That little ledge there is supposed to go underneath it. With the lever on. Okay. Try to get it in here properly without it springing back into my face again. And it came off. This is part of a reel, DJ Blaze. Hello, the Idle Life boys. Thanks for joining again. Yeah, the notch, yeah. Just trying to get it in here. Oh, that fell. That's fine. So which side is this reel? Just flip forward, come on. Wow, this is really tight. Oh, rip, I just dropped a spring. Okay, I see it. We're good. Where'd this go? This might help. use this to pull it over. No, it's not going to work. Oh, come on. Okay, pliers. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Oh, gosh dang it. Would you just stick in there, please? Can't do this one-handed, I tried. There we go. Okay. Leave the lever on, put the screw in so it stays in place. Man, these pliers suck. Come on. All right, John Hernandez, thanks for being around. It's good. I like a fight. There we go. Got it. Perfect. All right. Now, I know where all the other pieces go. I should probably grab the spring on the ground before I forget. Except for there are still a few pieces I'm having difficulties figuring out where they go. Those two springs go on the side. This goes on top and sits on there. Like so. There's something inside that shaft. I'm gonna get that out. And this goes over top of that like so. And then we're just left with the anti. Where does that sit at? This is the main thing I can't quite figure out is where it goes. The anti is tricky. Oh boy. It looks like it might go there. Either on that side or on this side. Hello, Judes. So you said the bridge. I don't know what the bridge one is. Let's see here. Those have threads. Those have, okay, so we have multiple of those, I think. Bottom hole, that's top. Okay, so this one right here, number 1, number 2, Or the two bottom ones. Full sorry. Full threaded screw. Is it okay? Is it the longer one here? Because we've got some of these shorter ones here as well. But this is the only longer. Actually, there's two longer ones that are fully threaded. Okay, let's see here. I need to skip to when this is live. And then just go back a couple of seconds. Okay, so it was the bottom one here then, right? I believe that's what you're saying. 10 times easier. Okay. Okay. So then this goes on here, so it's like this. No. Yes? That feels like that's backwards. Flipped over. Okay. I feel like it goes on this side. Or am I crazy? No, it doesn't really line up that great anywhere. So that'd probably be where it was had the first time. Right, you said it was flipped over. So you put this in first. So I see where it sits. When you go backwards, you want it to lock that way. Oh, and it just dropped it. Whoops. Yeah, I can see how this is tricky because you gotta get it in after you put this in far enough. We're gonna try to use pliers with it. Okay. Yeah, that's a great trick, actually. Thank you for that. That actually helps a lot. So for now, it doesn't want to work. Set spring in. Where did I put that big spring? I mean, I have this smaller spring. I'm not sure where this is supposed to go. Is that supposed to go something on the or the reverse? Yeah, that's what doesn't go in there. And that screw doesn't even reach. Do I have longer screws? No, I don't. Wonder why that one doesn't reach. Set spring rotated back around. This doesn't have enough clearance on this side. I feel like it goes on the other side. Because it doesn't want to swing enough. I'll fiddle around with it until I get it, but... I have the anti upside down. Okay, I think I know how it goes now. I think I see what you're putting down. It goes the other side. Yeah, I think I am. I think I'm starting to somewhat understand. Yes. No, it can't go that way. So it does go that side. I'm just slow. Which I already knew. Alright, let's push you back in here. So now this spring... This little tiny spring, does this go... Imagine it would go in here like this. Yes? Maybe? We're going to find out. All right, we have spinach, and voila. Thank you. You've been a big help. Saved me many hours of frustration. Yeah, that works nicely now. Perfect. Okay, I don't want to spin that too much before I add grease. Most all pins, okay. This is the first like pin I've worked on. All the other pins I've worked on are like spinning pins, so they're a lot different than this by far. But now that I know how it goes back together, gotta grab some grease. I don't have the greatest grease in the world, but it's grease, and it'll work. But now I gotta take it all apart. But now that I know how it goes, this should be a lot easier. All thanks to True Carolina Outdoors. Thank you very much. I appreciate you for helping. All right, so let's see here. Okay, that's pretty cool, True Outdoors. Thank you. All right. Oh. All right, let's put some of you down in there. Okay. Where should I set this? So set it right there for now on top of the laptop. Okay. This reel's got a lot of rust on it, which I'm not a huge fan of, but oh well. Not a huge fan of it, but we're gonna have to live with it. So I'm not about to go and take all this rust off. Yeah, I'll definitely have to go give you a follow. Especially since you do all the old tutorials and the old pins, because I enjoy putting them back together. It's pretty fun. Alright, let's drop you down there. Put this dude in here. I should probably put a little Delmar grease back there, where that spring is gonna sit. Would never hurt. Alright, take that spring out. So we can do your handy little trick that you showed. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely give your channel a check out then. Alright, now that's all greased up. Go ahead and screw this next screw down. Okay. Beautiful. I think everything's all looped up to as good as I'm going to get it anyways. Now for the fun part. That goes on that side, so where does this spring set? This is the only part that's troubling me. I'm trying to figure out where this goes. Oh, you're fancy, man. You use a little small paintbrush to spray grease on. I'm not that fancy. Okay. I think this has something to do with the drag. Would be my best guess. On the spool side, so something on these, or on the outside here where the handle goes together. Because there wasn't much room for that, so I'd imagine this would go on the spool. But it doesn't fit on that side, it doesn't fit on this side, so I'm trying to figure out where this goes. It's a little bit confusing here. Yeah. Yeah, it keeps salt and elements out, yeah. This reel had grease all over it and it's still rusting, but I don't think that grease was doing much anymore because of how old it was. Oh, hey, I think I know where this goes. Yeah, this goes right here, I think. Maybe. I'm pretty sure that's where this goes, though. And this goes over the top of it. And then it screws right down the inside. Yep, that's where that goes. I figured it out. I'm gonna see a little grease in there now. right where that spring sets. We have bushing spring. I put a little bit too much grease in there. Oh, you service people. Okay, that's pretty cool. Alright, I put a bunch of grease on this. I'm just going to rub it around in here. Alright, there we go. Much better. That is a lot of pin reels. We've got quite the collection going on there, Carolina Outers. I'm going to try to call you True. Make it easier. Okay. This spool went on here like so. Much better. All right. Call you Slime? Well, Slime doesn't sound very respectful. Take it this plate up here is for the drag, possibly. Anyways, I believe I've got everything. All the parts that I would want to be lubricated, or greased, I should say, not lubricated. Let's see, where, so those two go to there, that's just an extra hole. Okay. Nope, that's wrong side. There we go, that's right. You had it on there backwards. Loosen this up a little bit here. Those can get full screws in. This one I think wants to get it. Put those ones in last. I'll just put these in here just to get it secure. Okay. Then I will call you Slime. Thanks for being such a big help today, Slime. I appreciate you. Okay, now where are those two small? I had some two really small. There they are. I believe these are them. Yep, these are them. Getting difficult to use my screwdriver. My hands are a little greasy. Alright, sounds good, Slime. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Where'd the other long screw go I had here just a second ago? Did I drop it? No? Great, I've lost it. It was just here a second ago. I just had it. Is that it? There it is. Okay. All right. All right, there we go. That spins a lot nicer now. Wow. This drag, I don't have water with me, but I've got some gasoline. I'm gonna try to scrub some of this dirt off. Works relatively well. Just clean all the dirt off the star drag. Yeah, that probably would, but I don't have that. But yeah, no, you saved me a big headache. Thank you. Star drag actually has a surprising amount of grease on it. And I take it this bushing, it looks pretty similar to the other ones on most reels where it goes on top of the star drag. So I'm guessing that's where this goes, on top. That goes under. Okay. So it is a little bit different. Yeah, I guess it would make more sense for it to go under, actually, you're right. Oh, that wasn't on there all the way. Yeah, that's pretty tight. Okay, cool. I think I had the cup side up. Yeah, cup side is up. Okay. Now, there's a little bit of grease on the handle I'm going to clean off too, because why not? We're here. So might as well, right? Some warm soap and water would be better for this, but oh well. Spring washer, yeah. A lot of the newer bait casters and stuff, a lot of time that goes up above the star drag. Not all of them. Sometimes it's below, but a few of the ones I've drawn, it's on above. WD-40 on chrome? Okay. I've got a thing out in the garage that polishes it up, but this handle's mad bent. Wow. Oof. Put that in a vice grip and try to get it straight. It's like crooked. Oh well. Alright, last finishing piece. I don't have the exact tool to tighten this, so what I'm going to use is a towel and a pair of pliers. Sort of working. There we go. All right, now where'd that little last screw go? All right, there we go. Almost forgot about you. Oh, I just dropped it. Perfect, there we go. Still a little bit squeaky, but it spins a lot better than when we started. Yeah, Delmar 85. Yes, Florida native. Old Penn. I need to really clean out the plastic, but we got it spinning better now. And now that I know how it goes together on the inside, it'll be a lot easier to clean it. The handle could use a little bit of work too. But yeah. Oh yeah, no, I already checked the drag. It worked pretty good. I don't even have it all the way down. It's a little bit choppy. Hello 2D Edits, thank you for joining back. Not exactly the smoothest. I gotta replace this braid anyway, so I'm fine with cutting into it deep. Some oil, you mean like right here? So we've got that, and then we also have down here another oil spot there as well. Is it 9 where I'm at? That's a good question. Yes, it is 9. Wow, where's the time going? Where's my oil? There's some. Okay. I didn't see any drag cushions in there. They just looked like metal on brass. On the handle. Oh, I see. I may have put a little bit too much. Come on. I mean, this knob doesn't have a spot for it. And I can put some down here. Try to work its way down in there. Alright, thank you for dropping in 2D Edits. Oh yeah, that's way smoother now. Nice. Alright. Can't pull the excess oil. Yeah, now it feels a lot nicer for real. Alright, let's see if the drag's gotten a little bit smoother. Oh boy, that came out. I forgot to tighten that actually. No wonder it came out. Oil? Okay, well right now it's got a bunch of dirt on it and grime. I need to get off some soap and water or something. And this handle's a little bit bent. I need to straighten it out too. Don't know if the camera will be able to see too well, but it's a little bent. Nice. All right. All right, let's see if the drag's a little bit smoother. Oh, it's still a little bit rough. That's what you, okay, yeah. I'll do that for the handle. All right. Well, it works pretty good now, I would say. That spins a lot better than what it did. I'm still in. Whoa, didn't mean to drop it. You didn't see that. It's got a dried up leather washer in the main gear. I didn't see any dried up things in there. Unless it was just so old it was gone, deteriorated. Would think that the grease would have protected it though. But I'll definitely need to fix the drag a little bit. I need to take this line off because it's a little bit old. And I need to clean up the spool. It's got a little bit of rust and other things on it. Not so much rust, just corrosion. It's under the metal washer on top. Okay. So I'll have to take that off to get to it. Okay. That's good to know. Turn the tension up just where it minimizes side-to-side movement. You can hear that click. Too loose. A little bit of play still. There we go. They ride on the handle shaft and sit inside the main gear in a stack. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look for some replacements for it or something. If this one's old and gone. But I'm just happy this drill works better now. It was just sitting in a box because it was so crusty before. But yeah, that's nice that I have that now. Okay, you can buy this from Stickles Jersey. Okay, I'll have to get that looked in. My hand's a little bit oily, otherwise I would type it on my computer right now. Just don't want to get grease all over my laptop keys. I need to get better grease because that grease is not exactly ideal. And I've lost, oh there it is. Put that back to the oil. Back in the little drawer. Alright, we're gonna wrap things up. What fish does this catch? I'll probably use it for lingcod and bottom fishing. That's probably what I'll mostly use it for. If I have any other need for it, I'll probably use it for something else. Yeah, on the lighter side of things, it's... yeah. What I normally... oh, I just dropped something. This is what I would normally use for the lingcod or something. A newer model than this one. This one's doesn't have a power handle on it. This one's a little bit older, but the other one's on a rod right now. I don't feel like getting it off to show it, so. That or a Shimano or something, I don't know. But I'll definitely want to use this one. Yeah, parts for the older reels are pretty hard to find now. It's sad. It's a bunch of them go to waste. Don't get used anymore. Oh yeah? Someone gave this one to me. I got it all nice and perfectly tuned. Everything works on it perfectly. Nice and quiet. Distance casting? Yeah. Let me see if I can just grab the other one. See if I can get this one to fit in the camera here. This is... someone gave this to me recently. I just put a different power handle on it. 6500S. Got a little power handle. This one's nice and pretty good feeling too. This one's got 80-pound braid on it. Nothing crazy. But yeah. Yes, it is cheapest. Cast here is about 150 yards. That's pretty far. It's pretty good. Try to clean as much of this grease off my screwdriver handle. Usually use that for building computers. I don't want to get grease all over computers when I'm building them. That wouldn't be ideal, now would it? A bunch of other small grease chunks on the desk I'm going to have to clean up somehow later on. Oh, we just finished up taking this entire reel apart and putting it back together. Spins a lot more freer because you just spin this and it just keeps on spinning for a lot longer. Before it would just spin for a little bit and then stick. Dude, I thought you said you had to go, but you keep reappearing. Yeah. I'm happy. I'm happy that it works good. Majority of it's thanks to Slime. He helped a lot. Yeah, anyways. We're going to end the stream there because I've got nothing else to do now. Fixed all the reels for today anyways. And it's getting late. It's like almost 9:30 now, so I want to go to bed. Alright, goodbye 2D Edits. Goodbye Slime. Goodbye Hannah Hanut. I think I said your name right. Hopefully I did. See you guys in the next live stream or long form video. Or short, whichever one you see me first on. And I'll see you guys around. Thanks for watching. Later.